Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today. Starting on this 1 week time frame, because right now Bitcoin is breaking out of the top of this descending channel that Bitcoin has been consolidating in for months at this point. So what should we be expecting next for the Bitcoin price? Are we going to take out this big level of liquidity? Are we going to take out 80,000 US dollars per Bitcoin? Well, let's talk about that in this analysis here today. Well, first of all, what I would like to say is that, of course, a potential breakout out of this descending channel is bullish. And if this breakout actually confirms, then yes, we have to assume that the Bitcoin price is going to go higher, so long as we do not trade below this descending trend line. Although one thing I would like to add as well is that just getting a couple 4-hour candle closes above this descending line of resistance is not enough for me at this point to really say like, yeah, we are going to absolutely blast off to the upside. And I will get into the exact reasons why a little bit later on in this video as well. But one obvious thing that we can see right here is that in the past, we have already seen a fake out of this descending channel. So where we are looking to be breaking out, however, then do not confirm a successful retest. So we do not flip it into a level of support and then just fall straight down after that. So for me personally, what am I looking out for to confirm an actual breakout of this descending channel? One thing I would love to see here is actually a weekly candle close outside of this descending channel. Even better would be above this previous high right here at about 70,000 US dollars for this weekly candle close. That would really be the ideal scenario here, because at that point we are making a higher high on the weekly time frame, which should be bullish. But besides the candle closes, there are also some other things that we can take a look at to actually confirm the breakout here. One thing could be that we trade a little bit more to the upside. We get a couple daily candle closes above this descending channel, come back down to retest this trend line. And then if we hold this as a level of support, bouncing to the upside a little bit, we can confirm that this is now a level of support. And therefore we should also be expecting the Bitcoin price to send higher after that. And the last thing is actually taking a look at the volume here, because so far you can see that this breakout has been very low volume, at least on this 1 day time frame. And typically what you would like to see on a breakout like this is a lot of volume sending in the market, which would be another thing to look for as confluence to confirm that this is a real breakout here. And since so far we have seen 0 out of those 3 things, it is just a bit more risky to go like max long here, because again, we have not seen that daily candle close above, we haven't seen massive volume, and we haven't seen that real retest on the daily time frame. So therefore, for me personally, this seems like a little bit of a risky setup if you really want to long all the way out of here. Usually I just like to look for a little bit more confirmation before doing something like that. But either way, overall, this is looking bullish. And if we take a look at the RSI momentum indicator as well, of course, recently we broke out of this downtrend that I was talking about for quite some time on the channel here. And this corresponded to about 58,000 US dollars, roughly speaking. So yeah, so far we've seen a nice move to the upside, and I would say so far so good. And let's wait to see if we get some more confirmation of this actual breakout right here, or if this is going to be another fake out to the downside. Now zooming into the short term here, so taking a look at this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. In my last video, I talked about this descending line of resistance on the 4-hour RSI as well, saying that if we get a rejection, likely we would get some bearish momentum after that, and breaking this trend line would indicate that likely we are getting a bullish momentum after that. Now, this breakout actually corresponded to this candle right here. So, of course, so far we have seen that bullish momentum as expected. But what are we seeing now in this short term here? Well, so far, you could say that we have broken above this 0.786 level, sitting at 68,000 US dollars, which is a good thing to see, and indicates that on this 4-hour time frame, we see a bit of a retracement. This is one of the levels that I'm looking out for to see if this is going to hold, because of course, breaking back below this level would not look great for the uptrend. So keep an eye on this level as well. And besides that, taking a look at the support and resistance levels on this 4-hour time frame, right now Bitcoin is trading inside this big level of resistance, sitting from 68.5K all the way up to 70,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price. And also I quickly want to reflect on this time period right here, because of course at the time even when we were trading below this big level of support right here, which is sitting from 66,000 all the way down to 65,000 US dollars. I was saying in every one of my videos at the time, guys, I am waiting with flipping this into a level of resistance until we actually see a rejection from there. And until then, I am considering this as a level of support because we held it on the daily time frame. So this is what it looked like on the daily time frame. All those candle closes on the 4-hour time frame below was just a wick on the 1-day time frame. And therefore, guys, when you're looking at support and resistance, always take a look at the different time frames to look for confluence, because if you're just looking at this 4-hour time frame here, this would definitely have fooled you. So that's it for this support and resistance level. In the case that you see Bitcoin trading above 70,000 US dollars, likely we are heading into this next big level of resistance, sitting from 71K all the way up to 73K for the Bitcoin price. And besides that, if we confirm that breakout above 70,000 US dollars, I think it becomes quite likely that we are taking out this massive level of liquidity to the upside, sitting at about 72.3K. So that is something that I'm also looking out for in the charts here. Now, in the case that you are not familiar with the liquidity levels for Bitcoin, let me just quickly walk you guys through it. First of all, on this 3-month time frame right here, because as you can see at 72.3K, we have about $6 billion worth of people that are shorting the Bitcoin price, that would lose their money on their trade if the Bitcoin price reaches this level. And if you're new here, I've been talking about this massive level of liquidity for a long time. Even when we were trading all the way down here at 53,000 US dollars, I was saying I think it is likely that at some point we are going to take out this massive level of liquidity at 72K, and the bull run is not over. And of course, since then, we have seen this massive pump to the upside for Bitcoin, potentially taking out that big level of liquidity sometime soon. But I am not expecting us to take it out until we actually get confirmation that we're breaking out above 70K. So keep that in mind, because until then, this entire move to the upside that we were talking about earlier on this daily time frame, this could just become a wick on the weekly time frame, where we actually get a weekly candle close below the trend line and then potentially even send all the way back down. Okay, so keep that in mind. Always look for actual confirmation of the breakout before you assume that it's just going to send higher. This has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to reach 4,000 subscribers on the channel, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next one.